Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Dr. Candida Schwartz. I'm a naturopathic doctor as well as an intuitive healer. So I wanted to talk about cold sores. The reason I'm inspired today to talk about cold sores or just herpes in general, anywhere in the body, ocular, genital, lip, face, wherever, I wanted, or even zoster, herpes zoster, like shingles. I just wanted to talk about prevention and treatment. And the reason why I wanted to talk about this is that, like, ever since I was a little girl, I would get cold sores on my face. 30 to 40, I would get them on my like my cheek. They would go from here to here. They'd go from my lip all the way down here. They'd go from this lip all the way up. It was awful. It's been awful. And as a naturopath and just as somebody who feels like it's my mission to eradicate cold sores and herpes in general, I feel like I'm an aficionado. I haven't had a cold sore in 3 years, knock on wood. Now, for many of you that have known my channel, have been watching my channel, you know the obscene amounts of trauma and stress and fatigue and just overwhelm that I've been in the last few years. So I just want this to be a testimony to this video and all of this really important information that I'm about to share with you. I have a ton of things that I can share around this. I am breaking it down to the most important key things for prevention and treatment. And I'm going to break down each thing that I talk about in prevention and treatment terms. Okay? So the reason why I'm inspired, I tried to say this earlier and I got a little too chitty chatty. The reason why I wanted to do this today is that I didn't sleep well last night. And I'm very tired today. It's been a little bit of a stressful week. And I'm tired, and I found that earlier today there was really warm sunlight. Right now it's windy, and we're losing sunlight, but earlier today it was like bright sun on my face, and it felt so good. It was so calming. I just wanted to fall asleep. I just wanted to rest. Well, sadly, sunshine is a big trigger for cold sores. The wind, even like right now as I'm trying to talk to you, I keep wanting to lick my lips because I'm dry. I'm dehydrated. There it is again. Another big trigger for an outbreak. As somebody who doesn't eat gluten, dairy, and eggs, those are my 3 big triggers that I try to avoid, and I pretty much like 100% avoid. I eat a lot of foods that are high in arginine, specifically rice, nuts, chocolate, coffee, like caffeine. Those are the big triggers. They're filled with arginine, and when you have cold sores or you're in a situation where you're tired, you're stressed out, you're dehydrated, you've been out in the sun, sailing all day, you really want to be mindful of eating those things because arginine just feeds the virus. And if you get into that perfect storm, like I said, you're going to get those cold sores, and they suck. Or any kind of herpes outbreak, right? Like even like genital herpes, right? If you're tired and stressed out and eating those foods, you don't necessarily need the sunshine on your vagina to have an outbreak, right? So I just wanted to kind of talk about that. It's really important to consider those foods and maybe avoid them when you know some of the other triggers are around. Now, you want to love lysine. Lysine, foods that are high in lysine are most of, like, all of the tropical fruits: bananas, pineapples, mango, papaya. You could get those dried, you could get them fresh. Your berries, your berries. Some people also notice that they get outbreaks with citrus. So if you're sensitive to citrus, maybe don't do that. But like berries are typically pretty good, and they're high in antioxidants. Your veggies, potatoes, and sweet potatoes, turnips, all those root vegetables. Those are all really good. Those are good options to eat. Your healthy fats, avocado, olive oil. Those are all going to be good for you. But the big thing with lysine is meat and fish and poultry and eggs and dairy, soy. Those are all options. So those are all things that you could really just kind of be mindful and eat more of, because that is going to help with prevention as well as treatment. Because, you know, when you get that cold sore, you don't want to make it worse. You don't want to make more cold sores, right? You don't want to take a 1 sore outbreak and make it a 10 sore outbreak, right? So those are things to think about. Love lysine, avoid arginine. And think about the other things around it, your stress level, your sleep hygiene, and just keeping your skin moist, right? This is really important. So for today, like tonight when I get off of this, I am going to, when I'm done videotaping, I am going to make a mask, and I'm going to use bentonite clay. Bentonite clay is drawing. It's incredible. It's also drying. It's drying and it draws out impurities. So for prevention, I'm going to make a mask with bentonite clay. And I'm going to choose to add 2 really great antivirals, lavender oil and licorice extract. Licorice tincture, I'm sorry. And I like the Wise Woman one. And I like doTERRA oils, but Young Living, any of those high quality oils, use. Those are the 2 that I'm going to choose. Lemon balm is another really great one. Chamomile is another really great one. Yeah, so those are just really great options that you can add to the clay that you put on your face, and then you let it dry, and then you get rid of it. I've done a whole video that I'm going to link below that is chock full of everything you need to know about bentonite clay. Please watch it before you do it. Okay. So if I had an actual outbreak starting, I'm starting to feel the tingle and I'm having it, then I would take that clay and I would isolate it to that one spot on my lip or on my cheek. Do not do that for your ocular or for the vaginal ones. Talk to a doctor about that one first. For those, I would just use like shea butter or coconut oil, you know, something like that, would be a little bit more soothing and safer for those parts of your body. But if I just had a cold sore on my cheek or on my lip, I would just isolate it to that one spot, and then I would take it off very carefully in that one spot, because you don't want to take it off, break open the blister, and then shed all of that, and then spread all of that shedding virus onto the rest of your face, or, you know, wipe it with your towel after a shower and then wipe the rest of your body and go to your vagina or go to your eyes, right? Because you could spread the virus just from yourself, right? It's a contagious virus. So, and then you always want to keep everything moisturized. I can't stress it enough. I really like the high dose vitamin C serums. I think a really good, a nice moisturizer, a nice face serum, a nice toner. Those are really, really important. Obviously, if you're going out in the sun, by all means, use your favorite SPF, and then, take your shower, and then make sure you moisturize. Prevention and treatment. Moisture is key. I can't stress it enough. Once I started, the biggest things that I've changed in the last 3 years is that I just got really adamant about having a morning and evening I sometimes forget, morning and evening ritual, and for taking care of my skin, taking care of my face. I will do another video showing you some of my favorite products in another video, so let me know what you're interested in, if you're interested in that at all. And then as far as supplements, you can take lysine. It's not my favorite, but if you're in a situation and you're just like, I feel the tinge, I feel the tingle, or I know I'm tired, I've got all of the risk factors, and you have some lysine, by all means, do 1,000 milligrams of lysine, 2 or 3 times that day. It's perfectly safe, not a big deal, do it. But my favorites are actually licorice and NAC, N-acetylcysteine. Licorice is an amazing antiviral. It's very calming to the nervous system, great for the adrenal glands also. If you struggle with hypertension, get deglycerinated licorice. That will not elevate your blood pressure. So if blood pressure is not an issue, you can do a licorice tincture, or you can do the little chewable deglycerinated licorice. And you could just take it as directed. Take the maximum dose of whatever you get as directed. NAC, can't stress it enough. Amazing prevention. Prevention in general, so good for you. I have other videos that I talk about NAC for any kind of virus, any COVID prevention and treatment. NAC is incredible for upper respiratory infections, sinus infections. It detoxes, it really loves the liver. I can't say enough about it, and it's relatively safe. It's safe for pregnant women even. So I would, if you're, you could take like 1,200 milligrams every day as prevention, a little NAC, or 600 milligrams a day for prevention. It's relatively safe. Of course, if you have a lot of chronic illness or you're on a lot of medications, of course, talk to your doctor first. But for the overall healthy person, 600 milligrams of NAC a day prevention. Bump it up to 1,200 if you're tired and you've been out in the sun sailing all day, and then if you are getting an outbreak, 1,200 milligrams 3 times in that day for a couple of days, and just see what happens, as long as you're doing all the other stuff topically. And then the licorice, again, great for your gut. Also, it's just great. And then, of course, anything that you can do to calm down your nervous system, to get a good night's sleep, and to boost your immune system, do some self-care. Anything that you can do to calm down those adrenals. Again, I'll link some below, but my channel is chock full of so many ways to support your system. Meditation is great, breathing exercises. So I hope that helps. If you would like more information about cold sores, let me know below. Anything else that you're interested in, share below. Like I said, I try to keep these videos under 15 minutes, and I just try to share some really easy, relatively safe, home natural remedies that are great for your overall body. So keep those cold sores away. Yeah. All right. Have a great day. We'll see you next time. Take good care. Bye.